Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
On third down, going up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback will keep it. Across the 45. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
This is silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Here on second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. The 40. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Clemson.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And right down the middle. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Snap it to the back. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. Timeout called by the defense. The half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Tide with the 1st and 10. It's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Direct snap. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. Powers through. And he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll set up to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Dawkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking to throw for it. That's caught. It's Hampton. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. So the offense will go for it around midfield. They'll run the sneak for it. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. With the catch, it's Hampton. Tackled almost immediately, and they're well short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. A run for the quarterback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They love to make this short. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they...
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off play action. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And it's some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Just one of those mistakes it can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's complete. A huge pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. This quarterback part of their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
29, Alabama, 7.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tiger. And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Running a screen on an early down, you might think you'd really catch them trying to be aggressive in a pass rush or something, but the defense had the answer that time.
Yeah, and the offense has to do a better job selling that. A lot of times when you run a screen, I need to buy time. Right? I need to give that pass rush the ability to rush up the field, sneak a little bit behind them, and then dump it off. They might have rushed that a little bit on that play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Clemson! And the route is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
He has just never been able to get into a rhythm in this game. He's already thrown 3 picks. He's been hit a lot. That time throwing off his back foot forces another incompletion.
He lets one fly deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there. Oh,